Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. The local time is 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we are here at YVR International Airport. We're on the north side today. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us. This is our first arrival of the day, WestJet 737 inbound. Nice spoiler action. We are on 08 ops this morning here at Vancouver. It's a lovely morning, actually. We're at about 20 degrees Celsius. We've got a fairly high humidity, and if you have been watching our shows, you know that we do have a lot of humidity here in Vancouver, usually of the liquid form. This morning, it's of the vaporized form. So it's dry. We've had some rain this morning, actually. And I would like to welcome everybody that is here with us to our show. And let's just let this WestJet taxi into his position. And let's see what we've got happening here. Okay. We have another aircraft on arrival here. It is... We've got a Air Canada MAX inbound from Calgary, so I'm just going to pull the camera away so we can capture our MAX landing. And here he is. He's coming up into frame. There we are. Beautiful. This is the inbound from Calgary. A little bit of wind this morning, but as I say, generally it's quite pleasant. Nice thrust reverse on these aircraft, nice and loud. Let's let him roll out, and I will then have a look at the chat and see who's joining with me right now. I believe the Manchester show goes for about another 10 minutes, so we've got to transition over from our Manchester show over to YVR here. Let's have a look here. Okay, chat is busy. So, Matt Smith. We've got Joshua Clare. Okay, Matt says watching both side by side. Terrific. Well, I hope we're going to have a decent show. I'm not sure our traffic's going to measure up to the Manchester action. Double the fun. Brilliant stuff. Paul Brooks, indeed. So I think we're going to be pretty lucky on the weather side. Just so everybody knows, we're still using our old Terradeck equipment here in Vancouver, and it's notorious for dropping the signal. So I'm on my own for a few hours here, certainly to start. And if anybody notices the signal drop, please indicate it in the chat, and I will reboot the Terradeck. So, and again, if we have any visual problems, the camera gets too bright, just let me know. I appreciate your also being eyes and ears for me. I've got a Dash 8 inbound, actually. I'll just try to jerk the camera quickly so we can catch this Dash 8. Missed it. I am sorry, guys, but there he is. Q400. As you can see, it's cloudy bright right now here in Vancouver. Where was this guy? We have a Air Canada A330 on approach from Toronto. That's the Air Canada 187. That's going to be landing shortly, so I'll be setting the camera up for that. He's not quite visible in the in my visual horizon, but he is coming in over the water. He's about 5 miles out right now. And let's have a look here. Hello from Boston. Jeff in Massachusetts. Thank you for joining us today, Jeff. And now I have our A330 in visual reference. Inbound, he's operating the Air Canada 187 service from Toronto. Just like everywhere else in the world, flights are at 100% capacity here in Canada. And we've got all the usual terminal problems, congestion, shortage of staff. We don't have airlines going on strike, so that's a good thing. Although I do hear, we've got big problems with SAS. And I hope they're going to get their situation organized with their staff soon. It's a great airline, great iconic airline, Scandinavian. Good evening, Wayne. Who else have we got? Martin Begourd is watching a dual stream as well. Awesome. So we're gonna pan over to the approach, 08 right approach, so we can get our Air Canada A330 into frame. There he is. Yeah, A330s are nice. Air Canada keeps them busy, certainly between Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, Toronto as well. They're a nice, comfortable airplane. I always enjoy flying on the 330. Ooh, nice. Nice puff of smoke. KUG tail number. Nice rollout. We'll get nice and tight here. Let's see if we can have a look at some of the detail there on those spoilers. Gear, birds. Nice they didn't interfere with the actual high-speed maneuvering of the aircraft. Yeah, so this is our Air Canada inbound from Toronto. About a 4.5 hour, 5 hour flight. Similar from Montreal, you're looking about a 5 hour air time to Vancouver. So what time is it? So yeah, it's that aircraft would have left around 7 or 8 o'clock Toronto time to come out here. So who have we got? Greg. Hello, Greg. Greg Huibers, Lee Davies, Matt Smith, and Dean Bavister, watching both at the same time. Thank you. Thank you for supporting both of our streams here at Airliners Live today. We're just in the process of wrapping up our Manchester stream. It's been a good day in Manchester. We had some long-awaited 747 action, so that was really cool. And of course, closing out the show with the A380, which is always a crowd pleaser extraordinaire par excellence. Yeah, the biggest heavies we get here, of course, are the British Airways 380 service. That's an evening service, so it's 11 a.m. here in Vancouver right now. British Airways is typically a 6 p.m. arrival into YVR, so it doesn't quite coincide with our show timing, but maybe one day we'll get to see one. Nice. Little bit of wind, nothing too serious. I do have the windsock on the mic, just to keep it down to a dull roar. Yeah, nice lines on the A330. Air Canada uses them on some of the exotica routes from eastern, like Montreal and Toronto, to I'll call them second-tier European and Middle East destinations, like your Morocco, I'm not sure about Cairo, but those kind of routes. Also to second-tier cities in France as well. So these were from a variety of sources. Air Canada has acquired, I know, some TAP A330s. That was before the start of the pandemic. And sadly, we lost the 767s. Air Canada never did resurrect those after the pandemic traffic boom started. So no more Air Canada 767s. Same with Rouge there. Air Canada Rouge doesn't operate them either. Although Air Canada does have some 767s for cargo. They've done some cargo conversions. So let's get nice up close and personal here. See the cockpit, men and women up front. Nice tight view there. I like the nice tight nose view. It's cool. Seeing the crew up front. Did you notice an insect flew in front of the camera there? So we're out in the hinterlands here at YVR. A lot of wildlife around, a lot of insects, birds of various types. If I see any avian birds of the feathered type, I'll certainly point the camera at it if I can, because I know some of you are bird watchers, so you never know what might present itself. Yeah, that was nice to see this old girl here, A330. I'm just gonna check and see what we've got for inbounds on 08 left. We have a Dallas-Fort Worth Vancouver flight coming in. It's an American Airlines 1415. He's approaching, and he is maybe a few miles out. I'm going to point the camera around shortly. So yeah, this is Dallas-Fort Worth Vancouver, American Airlines flight 1415. That will be our focus of attention very shortly. So what else have we got? Hello, Fire Woof. Good evening from Liverpool, Barry Rusco. So Craig says there's an Air Canada 777-300ER from Toronto on finals. I don't yet have him on visual. He might be behind this American Airlines. Yes, he is. He is. We've got the Vancouver-Toronto 105, second in line behind our American Airlines. So thank you very much for that heads up. Craig, you're a rock star. And let's have a look down at runway 08 left. Final approach for our American Airlines Dallas-Fort Worth inbound. Scanning for him. Oh, there he is. I've got him. Yep, Dallas-Fort Worth. It's a long flight. I'm guessing it's probably upwards of 5 hours. Looks good. Reverse thrust. Spoilers up. Brakes. Beautiful. Nice rollout. Nice and smooth. Well, those passengers will look forward to getting into the terminal building to stretch their legs, get some fresh air. Some fresh Vancouver air. It is a nice day here in Vancouver today, guys. We've got some clouds, probably at about 10,000 feet. Lots of openings. So we're going to have some good brightness here. And we've got our Air Canada 7777 105 now lining up on approach. So I'm just going to bring the camera around here very shortly. Okay, Susie B says you can definitely see the equipment upgrade in Vancouver. Oh yes, well, we're definitely a lot busier, Susie, for sure. Airports at max capacity, I would say, and as many of you know, Air Canada's cut back their summer schedule flying, not because of lack of business, just because of capacity constraints at the airports here in Canada, with airlines and the infrastructure service providers unable to get enough staff. So that is what it is. So let's have a look at our Air Canada 777, which is now setting up right here. 08 left, YVR, a beautiful Thursday morning, the 7th day of July. We know it's a historic day, of course. July 7th, who knows what happened on that day. I'll give you a hint. It involves the word pearl. So here we have the Air Canada triple. Looking good, looking good. That is nice. Oof. Nice puff of smoke. Beauty, beauty, beauty. I never get tired of watching triples. The lighting on the runway beautifully. Pretty soon he'll store those spoilers, get the wings all cleaned up. A little bit of heat distortion. We're going to have, I guess, a bit of heat distortion buildup here as it gets warmer. Weatherman was calling for about 25 degrees Celsius today. So that's high 70s, low 80s for those of you on the Fahrenheit scale. So it's summer weather here in Vancouver, although we have had really wet and cold and cloudy conditions for the last few months anyhow, so it hasn't been a full-on summer as of yet. It's long due. So let's see what we've got on our approach here. Okay, we have a Los Angeles Air Canada 553. He's setting up on approach right now, and behind him we've got a Minneapolis Vancouver Delta Airlines, looks like an A320. It's Delta Airlines 1550. So we've got some bog standard arrivals, but of course they're always welcome here in Vancouver. Okay, so Joshua tells me the Manchester show is ending now, so I hope you guys have enjoyed our Manchester show today. As I say, I understand it was a great show. The star performer being a 747 Atlas cargo machine. So that is awesome. And here is our Air Canada Max about to perform for us. Nice wing flex. Air Canada has a lot of these Maxes in service. They're largely replacing the old A320 fleet. Similar similar size of aircraft in range. Although Air Canada does have more A321 new generation aircraft on order as well. So that's pretty cool. So next on deck for landing, we've got a lot of aircraft out there. As I say, it's the Delta Airlines 1550 from Minneapolis. Let's watch. Got that. This triple is still taxing in. There he is. Do you guys want some ATC? I've got the ATC radio here, so I can put that into action if you guys would like to hear that. Or do you prefer silence? What do you guys think? I mean, I can turn it on and off. Whatever we like. Okay, Chris says it was an excellent transition from our Manchester show. I'm glad you guys liked that. Fantastic switch, Les. Demon driver, it worked. Okay, let's have a look at our Delta Airlines MSP service arriving in all its glorious splendor. And there she is. Get nice and tight here for us. See the passengers in there? Anybody know any of the passengers on board? It can happen, definitely. Another nice landing. It's a nice day for flying here in Vancouver. As I say, it's calm, a little bit of a breeze. The temperature is sitting around 20. It's a bit humid, which I don't mind. I like the Caribbean, so this reminds me of being in the Caribbean, but not so humid that you're actually, heavily sweating. So that's cool. Literally cool. So what have we got now on approach? We have we've got Zurich-Vancouver Air Canada A330. That's a new summertime service. Lining up right now. I would love to be on that flight. Yeah, Zurich. Terrific. Terrific, guys. Hello, Will P. Natalie Wood, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here with us today. Awesome. Well, Top Cat. Joe says my voice sounds amazing. Well, sometimes, yeah, we don't get so lucky. It's just, I guess, the wind isn't hitting my mic and causing blown out audio. So thank you for that. But let's have a look at our approach, our 08 left approach, because we've got that Air Canada Dreamliner from Zurich, the 883 on approach. So I want to gently take us around there for that view. He's coming down through here about 2,000 feet, maybe even less. So I just didn't want to jerk the camera around. There he is. You guys can see him in the far right side of the frame. Let's go get nice and tight there. Oof, nice. There we've got more wind out of the west, as you can see. As soon as I move the camera around, the mic gets hit. But is what it is, guys. Beautiful wing flex on the Dreamliner, isn't it? Smooth as butter. brakes today. Actually, we've been spared the squeaky brake brigade today, although I quite enjoy it. We're not getting any burnt rubber aroma either. Runway perfume. It's beautiful. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah, long flight from Zurich to Vancouver. I'm sure it's going to be 10 hours plus. So you'd want to be sitting in business class if you could. Or I would. I'm sure you guys would be too. Amazing scenery, Neiman. Yeah, well, actually the amazing scenery is behind me because we're facing... Camera's pointed south, but behind me we have the North Shore Mountains. And when we do our south side shows, you can see the mountains. And they're devoid of snow right now. But in you know, the non-summer months are bathed in snow. But yeah, the real scenery is behind me. Keith Hof is joining us from Buckeye, Arizona. Chester Mike says the Vancouver weather is overcast, temperature 18°C, wind at 110 at 8 knots. That feels about right. As I say, I'm in my short sleeve shirt here. I was going to wear my shorts, but I figured, you know, we've had a lot of rain, and there's a lot of vegetation around me, and I just didn't want to risk my legs to the ravages of any mosquitoes that might be. I'm not talking World War II wooden mosquitoes. I'm talking present-day larvae generated mosquitoes, which are definitely out and about here. So yeah, I'm in long pants, but I do have the short sleeves going just to keep cool. Yeah, a little bit of heat distortion there. This guy's going to taxi to one of the international gates. So he might just be parking right here on this side. We'll see. We'll see which gate he heads to. Oh, we've got a Boeing on approach. So, you know, I'm just going to see if I can get him for us. It is a low-cost carrier. There he is, Flair. Missed it. Sorry, guys, I was a little bit asleep at the wheel. It's not pulling much reverse. It's going to roll it out, save the brakes. Very little reverse there. It's using the wind to slow him down. That's good. Keeping it green. So what else have we got here, guys? We've got a Heathrow service. Air Canada A330. It's a 787 on approach. So that's next on deck. Thank you, Phil, for catching that as well. Mick says it's 1934 in the UK right now. Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time. Matthew, never seen or heard of Flair. Okay, well, Matthew, Flair is a Canadian low-cost carrier. They've got quite a large fleet. They compete with WestJet and Swoop. They operate a fleet of 737 MAX aircraft, all painted the same as you just saw. So here is our Heathrow, inbound, looking good. Wheel view and spoiler view, if possible. And he rolls rolls out into a full frame scenario like we have here. Well, different strokes for different folks, though. I mean, everybody has their own style for filming and whatnot. My goal is just to try to keep it as smooth as possible for you guys. It's ultimately what we want, is the highest quality video feed that we can deliver. That's our modus operandi here at Airliners Live. So, hello Leslie White. Thank you for the compliment, Natalie. I don't know about smart, but I am an av geek. I have been for half a century, so kind of, follow my aviation stuff. Let's see what's oh, the flare is pulling into the gate. So he must have been a U.S. arrival, because he's pulling in here at the international gates. Yeah, there he is, taxiing in right there. Yeah, this is a U.S. gate. So Karma Scotland says economy flights this week around UK sterling from Zurich-Vancouver at £1,300 and business class is £3,800. Okay. Yeah, horrific airfares indeed. Because of course, the conflict in the Ukraine, pushing the global energy markets to stratospheric levels. Hopefully that'll alleviate soon. For many reasons, of course. But yes, airfares are very high. Aircraft are full everywhere. And congestion is just through the roof. I know in Europe, in the UK, Canada, US, it's just chock-a-block. So let's have a look at, we're going to look at I'm just going to move the camera over to the Heathrow service arriving. There he is. Those buildings in the background, for those of you that do not know, that is not Vancouver, that is Richmond, British Columbia. It's a suburb of Vancouver. And those are apartment buildings, residential towers. Nothing on the approach, so I think we can just keep the camera on this Dreamliner. See where he pulls up to. Let's get nice and tight on the nose here. Say hello to the crew up front. I can hear the wind hitting the mic, guys, so I am aware of it, but it should die down here in a bit. Those of you might want to get the registration. Romeo Tango Whiskey. Pre-pandemic, Air Canada used to have 2 daily flights between Vancouver and Heathrow, as did British Airways in the summer. So I'm not sure when British Airways might reinstitute the double Vancouver service. Maybe next summer we can expect to see that. That would be awesome. Okay, Lori M, thank you very much for the $5 donation. Thank you for joining us. Chris Luby, £1.79. Thank you very much, Chris. Very much appreciate that. And we have Anthony Summers with a $4.99 donation from Glendale, California. Thank you for joining us, all of you guys. Thank you for your generous support. It is hugely appreciated. Chris, another £2. Choo choo. Kevin D, thank you guys for that, for those donations. Will P and Steve T, £1. I really appreciate your support. Terry Edwards, all aboard the Vancouver train. You guys, thank you for your donations. I hope I haven't missed anybody here, but I just am because we've got a little bit of downtime. I'm just having a look back to make sure I haven't missed anybody. Hello, Robin Giles. Yes, Leslie, it's a bright white livery Air Canada has. So what have we got? Maybe we've got a little bit of downtime. Let me just show you guys. This is the remote stand here. He arrived. The Korean Airlines cargo arrived just before we went live. Hello from Colombia, Ricardo Ocampo. Hola, Ricardo. Thank you for joining us. So Glenn Knoll says, hi guys, I'm having a quick look as I'm in Banff. Oh, right on, Glenn. Let's have a look here. Pepsi Airlines, okay, yes. Okay, let's just doing a management thing here, guys. Seeing what else we've got in the vicinity for approach. We've got a United Airlines 1958 A330 from Chicago, which will be down in about 10 minutes. So that's one of our next arrivals. And what else have we got? I'm just looking to see what else is. That's pretty much our next aircraft. So yeah, he's due in at 11:47. So that's about 7 minutes from now. I'll put myself on camera right now just for the show welcome. Hello everybody, my name is Henry Tenby. I'd like to welcome you to the Airliners Live Vancouver show. It's July the 7th and it is a gorgeous morning here in Vancouver. We've had some pretty poor weather over the last several weeks with a lot of rain and cold and precipitation, so this is as good as it gets. It's a great day for filming actually. We don't have rain, we've just got a little bit of wind, which I'm very content with. It's a typical morning here at Vancouver. Our usual traffic is on deck, so I don't think we have any earth-shattering arrivals, but you never know what can happen here at Vancouver. A few months ago, we were doing this very show and we had a US Air Force C-5A Galaxy perform for us. It was a surprise visit bringing in engine parts for the MTU engine shop here on the field, so that was a complete surprise. You just never know what's going to show up, and who knows, we might get something special. But I'd like to welcome you all. I'd like to thank those of you that have transitioned over from the Manchester show to our Vancouver show. Awesome. Thank you very much for your loyalty and your dedication to the channel. And what else can I tell you? Canada is doing well, I think, all things considered. Our airlines are full, as they are everywhere on the planet, as far as I am aware. Our airports are bursting, though, at the seams, and they say that will continue through the summer period, which I believe is the case pretty much everywhere. And in terms of news, okay, well, he snuck in. We have a Air Canada Express Jazz Q400 that just arrived. Nice to see him. He snuck in. I didn't quite see him on the flight radar, so there he is in all his glorious splendor. This location where we're at is the north side of the field. We're looking due south, And in our other shows, we're on the south side looking north. In this direction, which is north, we have the mountains, and Vancouver Island is just behind me, about 20 kilometers due, maybe 30 kilometers due west of here. So nice day to be at the airport. We're going to keep this show going probably till around 1:30, 2 o'clock, another couple hours. Just so you're all aware, we are using our old streaming equipment. It's made by a company called Teradek, and unfortunately it's not very reliable. It can drop the signal. So until you hear me say that the show is over, the show is continuing. If we drop the signal, don't go away. Maybe you can just hang tight or get a cup of tea. We are going to be fixing the issue. We may have to reboot the Teradek unit. So unless you hear me say goodbye everybody, thank you very much, you know that we're going to be back. So I just wanted to give everybody that heads up. Well, we do have that United Airlines flight on approach now, so I just wanted to personally welcome you all to the show. I hope you're all having a great summer. If you're viewing in the UK, I hope you're going to have a good weekend and a good evening. So let's get back to the camera and get this United Airlines inbound into camera as soon as we can. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm back behind camera. This is our Chicago-Vancouver service that I am going to put in frame for us right now. There he is. I think you guys can see him. Left-hand side of the frame, A330. Textbook landing. And what is next? We've got a Calgary-Vancouver Air Canada 211 MAX lining up on approach. Hello, Mark Richardson. Killian says next Friday I'm going to fly to Calgary. First time to Canada, and I'm damn excited. Well, we will be very happy to welcome you here. I hope you have a fantastic holiday. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Just so everybody knows, our battery is at about 38% right now, so in maybe 15 or 20 minutes we'll do our battery change, but I'll announce that. So just to keep everybody in the loop, if you will. And let's go get our MAX landing inbound from Calgary. So it's coming in down here through about 500 feet right now. And there she blows. Okay, let's... Nice bounce. Squeaky brakes. Gives character to the landing. next? Well, a few bits and pieces. We've got an Edmonton-Vancouver flare, which is going to be next on deck. And then we've got Narita, Japan Airlines. Oh, fantastic. It looks like a 7... Could that be true? A Japan Airlines 767? Am I dreaming? I didn't even know Japan Airlines had 767s in service. So, not sure if the photo is correct, but we've got JAL Flight 18 inbound from Narita. He's number 2 on deck, and number 1 on deck is the Flare 8798 from Edmonton, whoever you would like to call it. So yeah, we've got some cool stuff happening here, guys. Yeah, so Phil Sellers says JAL 767 300 6 minutes out. Well, that is cool. I am excited about that. Usually it's a Dreamliner, I believe. So to see a 767 of JAL is special for Vancouver, I think. So Lori M has gifted 5 Airliners Live memberships. Lori, thank you very much for your awesome generosity. You are a rock star. Thank you so much. And Chris Luby also gifted 5 Airliners Live memberships. So you guys, thank you so much for your support and generosity. Bring on the radios. I've turned on the ATC. We've got the approach dialed into the radio and tower, so we'll keep our ears peeled. It's quiet on the radios right now. Hopefully we'll get something here. Some chatter. Okay, so I've got that flare on visual here, so I'll very shortly take the camera over to the 08 approach. We can watch the flare come in. Jillian Clow, thank you very much. You're a rock star, Jillian. Thank you very much. And thank you for your comments on the Canadian generic accent. So let's have a look, guys.
And that's 0914, ground feed by Mike, action by Delta, hold short of Echo.
There he is. There is the flare. Squeak for us. But the next arrival is the JAL, the 767-300 inbound from Tokyo. So that is, again, that's for those of you that are just tuning in. The JAL is usually a Dreamliner, so the fact that we've got a 767-300 JAL on approach is something special. It's different. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, thank you, Phil. Phil Sellers tells us it's next.
Continue via Delta Hotel Golf to the Hotel Golf to the first 104.
I'm going to set the camera up here very shortly for the JAL, because it kind of has to, I think it has to take priority, guys, over the flare. So excuse me while we just set up. This should be neat. This should be really cool. There he is. There's left frame. That was nice, guys. That was nice.
Taxi via Lima, cross runway 13.
That was a treat. Real treat. Got an Air Canada inbound from Winnipeg. Just quickly take the camera around here for us. A320. different. There he is. Pulling in here. Parking right here. So, international gates, north finger. Okay, yes, if you guys can smash the like button, that would be awesome. Neil Guy, hello world from London. Thank you for joining us from London. I presume UK, not Ontario. Let's see. Louis361 says, I flew with the flying stick last week, a Condor 757-300. Wow! You are lucky. You are lucky. So we have, right now, guys, on approach, Edmonton, Vancouver, 737 MAX, Air Canada. Let's see if we can get him in frame. I think we can.
WestJet 166, are you going to push? The flare apparently had a gate change, so are you able to let him by? Yeah, we can hold here. That's fine. If they're going to bug behind us, that'd be great.
Yeah, we've got good traffic here, guys. Good traffic. Not bad. Definitely busier than it was a few months ago. I'm just going to do a battery check here, because I think we might do a battery change. Let's see where we're at. We're at 24%. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. I'm just going to make sure we have a bit of a lull. But let's just see what we've got in the vicinity. Well, we've got a WestJet from Toronto, WestJet 707, which is flight 707. It's a 737. Looks like it's an 800. It's going to be landing in about 5 minutes. So after the WestJet, we can do our battery change. So Spark Keyboards is joining us from Dehradun, near Delhi, India. Well, we welcome you. We welcome all aviation fans from India to join us here in Vancouver. hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. It is a really nice day. Beautiful air, nice sight, nice sound, nice smell. There's no place I'd rather be actually here than with you guys, enjoying this show, enjoying the action, hanging out at the airport. I mean, it doesn't get better than this, does it really? Well, maybe if you're sitting at a beach somewhere, but other than that, that looks like an A319, isn't it? To my eyes. It's a bit short for an A320. Pocket rocket. Yeah, it's busy, isn't it, here? Nice traffic. Congestion on the ramp is always nice to see. If you're a spotter, not if you're sitting in those aircraft, of course. But from our vantage point, it's good to see. Okay, we've got a Dash 8 that's going to land, so we don't give the Dash 8s as much credit as they deserve. Built in Canada, of course. So let's get him in frame. Oops. Air Canada Express, Jazz. These are a dime a dozen here, basically. Q400s. Okay. Juan Carlos Fondier, thank you very much for the $4.99 donation. Juan says, a captain friend of mine is about to arrive soon. His name is Juan Adriano Modesto. The plane is a G4 registration N176 Juliet Echo. I'll record it to show him. Juan, I am not a lot of the corporate aircraft land on the south side. So we're on the north side. So this is where all the scheduled airline traffic lands. The corporate iron all goes to the south runway. I should say the vast majority of it does. So we haven't seen a single corporate movement on this side today. When we do our shows from the south side, of course, it's a lot of BizJet traffic. So I don't think we're going to see your friend's BizJet arrive, and I apologize for that in advance, but hope you will join us at a future show when we're on the south side for our show. So getting busy, guys, and I've just got to check the battery here. We're at 19%, so very soon I'm going to do a battery change. Here's our WestJet. Now, Juan, regarding your friend with the Gulfstream, if you put in the chat when you see him lined up on the runway, and I can see that, comment. I will do my best to point the camera to the other runway, but no promises, okay? But Juan, if you can do that, I will do my best. Michael, £2. Thank you for the donation. Welcome back, Henry. Let's all buy Henry a drink. Oh, thank you, guys. Even if you guys just hit the like button, you would be doing me an awesome favor. So smash that like button for us here at Airliners Live. And tell your friends. Yes, Juan, you can ask him which runway, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 08 right arrival for him. But you can just leave the comment. If you can give me an ETA as well, I'll do my best for you, for sure. Oh, we've got another Q400 here on the approach. Actually, he's actually greasing it down right now. So guys, battery's getting low. I think this may be a good opportunity. So give me a second. I'm just going to set the camera up here for an easy battery change, and I'll let you know. So just give me a second. Just give me a second, guys. So guys, we are at only 17% battery power. So I've got my battery ready to go. I'm going to turn the camera off, do a 10-second countdown, turn the camera off, and get this battery changed right away. So we're going to do it now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Camera is off. Don't go away. Camera is back, guys. Camera is back. We're just getting the camera fixed to the tripod, but we're back. We've now got our new camera. Our new battery is installed, and just in time. We really didn't miss anything, did we? That's awesome. Q400, WestJet. Commuter. On the rollout. I'm just going to see what we've got on the approach here. Let's see. We've got a Twin Otter, but he's overhead. He's going from the harbor. We've got another Air Canada Jazz Q400. It's due in shortly. There, that's the other runway, guys. You just saw that, that WestJet land. So most of the landings are on the north side here. Some, of course, will be on the south side, but all the corporate aircraft goes on the south side. Hey John, I'm glad you're enjoying our show. John is a Canadian living in Brazil. It's been 25 years since he flew through Vancouver. Well, welcome back. Visually, John, glad to have you with us. Phil Sellers says we've got a Dash 8 from Prince George on final. I can see that, and I'm just going to point the camera at that aircraft right now. There she is. Prince George. Thank you, Phil. Phil's operating our ATC for the show. Impromptu, but very much appreciated. else have we got here, guys? Oh, we've got a flare. We've got a flare moving. Let's just have a look at that. Where is the flare? Ah, he's being towed. Okay. Just wanted to make double sure he wasn't on his own power there. It's a neat scheme, isn't it? Different. You know, has that low-cost look to it for sure. Thank you, Phil. So we've got another Dash 8 on approach. And there it is. As I say, a lot of Q400 action here in Vancouver. Nice reg. Double GOY. Busy, isn't it, guys? Lots of airplanes buzzing about. It's the way we like it. Nothing on the approach that I can see, so I'm just going to pan this Q400 as it makes its way around to the horseshoe. There we go. We've got a Max pushing there. I'll get the details for that departure here in a second. Yeah, it's standard stuff here at Vancouver that we're watching, but again, it's all good. It's all in good fun. It's nice to see the industry busy, making some money. So as I say, we've got a 737 MAX that just pushed back there to the left, and we'll figure out where he's going. Have a look, guys. I'm just going to zoom in on the ramp here and see if we can get a bearing on that aircraft. Not yet. He hasn't yet, I guess, turned on his radios, so I don't quite yet know about that. Oh, hang on. Yeah, he's going to Anchorage. Well, yes, that makes sense. He's operating the Air Canada 539 to Anchorage, so makes all the sense in the world. I'll tell you why. Just give me a second here. Just gonna free my hands just to level the tripod a bit. That's better. Yeah. So this is a swing gate, which means it is a swing between domestic and international. So this is our Anchorage service. It's a daily summertime service. Again, it's the Air Canada Flight 539. And it's a 12:05 departure, which I guess was 10 minutes ago. So yes, he has left the gate, and he's due in at Anchorage at 2:23. So they're looking, I guess, around about a 2-hour flight from Vancouver to Anchorage. Hello, Carrot. Carrot wants to come and see Canada. Well, do come here. It's a lot to take in. So let's see. We'll start taxiing momentarily. There's a lot of cruise traffic that goes on these aircraft, right? Because you can pick up a cruise here in Vancouver one way up to Alaska and then fly back, or you can double your cruise and come, you know, back down to Vancouver. But many passengers either don't have the time or the budget, so they just go one way. So we have a business need to bring passengers to and from Vancouver between Anchorage in the summer months. So that's what this aircraft is all about. And of course, in the winter time, there are no cruises, or very few. So I think he's starting engines. You can hear those turbines spinning. Juan's friend is on final right now, 08. Okay, he's on final. I am looking, guys. He is on final. Let's see if I can find him on my flight radar. Yes, I see it too, guys. I see that. I see the BizJet. It's operating flight EDG 17 from Anchorage. N7. I see the aircraft. Okay. Well, I will do my darndest to get that on camera as soon as I can actually see him with my own eyes. But it is so far away. I'll just move the camera around, guys, so if we can get Juan's friend. So he should be somewhere around here. Oh, yes, there it is, guys. There is the biz.
Are you just looking for customs?
This is Juan's friend flying this aircraft. Gulfstream, inbound from Anchorage.
It's a gray trailer that has trim.
He's landing on 08 right. We got it. Beautiful. So there we go, guys. Mission accomplished. We did it. Juan, you can invite your pilot friend to our channel and he can critique his landing from a kilometer away. Here we go. We've got a United departure. It's nice. This is Vancouver to Houston. United Airlines flight 2057. It's about a 5-hour flight, I guess. 4.5 hours. Not a bad color scheme United has. Of course, it's a hybrid Continental Airlines color scheme, as most of you know. It's the Continental Airlines tail. So glad that we got Juan's Gulfstream. I had low expectations, actually. Wasn't sure if we'd actually see him or I'd be in the chat at the right time. But if we can help people out, that's what it's all about. So our Air Canada hasn't yet... oh, sorry guys, I've got a lander. I do have a lander for us. Glad I turned my head around. Taxi off stand. Anchorage service. Taxiing for departure. We've got a bit of wind hitting our camera. We've got a Q400 landing right now, so I'll just gently take our camera over to the button. We can get this landing.
Traffic, airborne by the Coast Guard Station, westbound for Zurich-Vancouver, wind 120 at 9:15, land over your discretion, eastbound.
Anybody know the first officer and captain? Almost see them. Which is kind of cool. So we'll say goodbye to our Anchorage Max. I don't know, maybe we'll even get to see him go. We'll see. But there it is. Max going to Anchorage, and we do have a jet on approach in the form of, let's check it out, guys. We've got an Air Canada Flight 303 inbound from Montreal, a Max setting up for landing here. Thank you, Paul Hirschmiller, as well, for the heads up on that. Yes, James, Air India certainly do fly to Vancouver. We have seen them on the show, so they have made an esteemed appearance. And of course, we always enjoy seeing Air India perform for us.
Echo Delta, runway 31, hold short of Lima. Runway 31.
Good action, good action. We don't really have too much in the way of downtime for sitting around chewing the fat today. So, which is great. I mean, it is, as I say, bog standard stuff, but hey, is what it is. View, side profile. We do have an aircraft setting up on approach for 08 left. It's a bit far out, so I'll have a look at it in a second. I hope we get some more heavies. Let's see what we got here. We've got an Air Canada Jazz CRJ coming in from Regina, Saskatchewan, setting up on approach. 109 no, it isn't. That's something else. We've got something else even ahead of that. So let me just something. Let's have a look what it is, guys. Transat charter flight A321. So the Air Transat was operating Toronto service, Transat flight 930. So that was a nice surprise, nice tasty treat for us. But what's next is the American Airlines 737 Flight 1717 from Chicago. So yeah, certain things do sneak in on me. Thank you, James Sadler. Yeah, it was a neat A321, wasn't it? Lee Davies as well, like that. So Paul Hiley says a Korean A330 is 54 minutes out. So right on. Hopefully we'll get to see him perform for us before our very eyes. So this is our Chicago flight coming in now, our American Airlines 737. So let's just... These aircraft come fast and furious. Come on. The increased frequency of the American carriers into Vancouver during the summer is also attributed to increased cruise traffic. We didn't have cruises last year, as you know, because of the pandemic. They weren't happening. They weren't permitted to come into Canada. But this summer, it's full-on cruise season. So we've got all the cruise ships back this summer, which is awesome for Vancouver. Michael, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying our show. Yeah, Lufthansa 747 is coming, according to Louis. We know that, but it's probably after our show is over. It's a daily occurrence, the Lufthansa 747. So right now on final approach, we have a Horizon Airlines Q400 from Seattle, operating Alaska Airlines Flight 2154. So we'll partake in his arrival right now. There it is. Nice scheme, isn't it? So what do you guys, just quick question, what do you guys prefer, the Air Canada Jazz Q400 scheme, the WestJet Q400 scheme, or the Alaska Airlines Q400 scheme? If you had to pick one of the three, which one would you say is your favorite color scheme on the Q400? I know which one I like the best, but I won't say anything just yet. Okay, so what's on final now? I think we've now got the CRJ. Yeah, this is our Regina flight now about to land, our Air Canada Regina. There it is. In the background there you can see Vancouver Island. Little small spoilers, or tiny little spoilers on the wing, aren't they? But they do their job. As many of you may know, this aircraft is a derivative of the Canadair Challenger BizJet that first flew, I believe, in the late 70s and was introduced to service in the early 80s. So hard to believe. From the Challenger BizJet, we have this CRJ airliner flying here in Canada and many other parts of the world as well. Canadair built quite a few of them. Or Bombardier. The company changed their name quite a number of times. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Don't want to miss this guy. There's, oh nice. Busy. We've got, I think, pretty much non-stop arrivals happening here. Which aircraft is next? It's a Q400, guys. We've got a Terrace inbound. It's a Air Canada flight 8440. So this will show you. This is the Q400 in the Air Canada colors. This is the old colors, actually. I hardly have time to look at the chat. We've got an Edmonton-Vancouver WestJet inbound. So, am I a Vancouver native? Yes, I am a Vancouver native. Born and raised in Vancouver. I was born here in 1964. So, and I've been coming coming to this airport for plane spotting since 1967. None of this was here. It was all an old airport that I've mentioned in previous shows. So. Yeah, so before they built this main terminal, there was the South Terminal, which is where we run our South Side shows from. That was constructed in 1957, and that was the active airport when I first started coming to this airfield back in '67. And then a year later, they opened this airport terminal that we're looking at here, or the original version thereof. So I've been spotting since '67. That's 55 odd years. Those were the good old days. Yes, Steve, I've seen a lot of interesting changes here at this airport. One of the busiest summers that I remember very fondly was Expo 86. Because we had the world come to Vancouver and all kinds of charter aircraft, interesting charter aircraft. And I was a slide photographer, a very keen slide photographer, and I was just taking so many rolls of slide film. Summer of '86, it was a good summer. It was a real, and Charles, Prince Charles and Lady Di came here for the Expo 86 ceremonies. That was a big thing. Concorde was here as well, summer of '86. With the Concorde, they ran some pleasure flights out of YVR. I think it was $500. But, you know, I was a university student and working a summer job, so going on board that was completely outside the realm of my financial capabilities, so I did not ever have a Concorde flight. But it happened right here from this airport. We had the King of Siam, King of Thailand, come in with his DC-862 Thai government. That was a highlight, Expo 86. We had, as I say, a whole bunch of really interesting traffic here back in '86. We've got a flare landing here from Las Vegas, inbound from Las Vegas. So let's have a look at this.
Number 150 Mike Bravo ground taxi via Alpha.
Where is he? Where is he? There he is, guys. Yeah. I've seen a lot of charter airlines come and go through Vancouver over the decades as well. I could rattle them off and bore you guys. We've even had charter airlines based here. There was Air Club with a 747. Anyhow, let's have a look what's going on here, guys. James Sadler says, yeah, I would love to visit Vancouver one day. I'm tempted with the Lufty 747. You should. You definitely should. What a chance, right, to fly on a Lufty 747-400 into Vancouver. I'm going to do it myself again. I've used points and I've done the business class on them, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely terrific. I highly recommend Lufti 747 flight out of Vancouver. We've got a Mexico City inbound here with Aero Mexico. So yeah, inbound from Mexico City. Let's see where the which gate the flare is going to. There he is. I guess he's going inside the horseshoe. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, that was a good landing. Wobbly stabilizers. Yeah. That's a nice treat, the wobbly stabilizers. So Terry says the wind. Yeah, well, we do have a windsock on the mic as well as on my voice mic, so it just depends which way I point the camera. If I point the camera for the landing, if I point the camera due west, we get walloped with wind, so not much I can do about it, unfortunately. But I can hear it. I can hear the wind as well. It's kind of in the background. So this guy's heading for departure. Ah, okay. They're dragging a 787. There. They're gonna bring him around here, I guess. Phil Johnston, welcome to Premium Economy. Thank you for upgrading your account, Phil. That's great. Oh, we've got a Q400 landing. Somewhere out there. Ah, there he is. Looking good. This guy just arrived from Mexico City. It's a daily service. They operated straight through the pandemic between Vancouver and Mexico City, so good for Aero Mexico. Thank you, Aero Mexico. Vancouver very much appreciates your support during good times and bad. Got a few things on the move here, guys. I'll just pull back the zoom. We've got We've got this guy under tow, and then we've got this guy under his own steam. So, as I say, lots of busy congestion on the ramp there. Let's just get a nice. That's it. We've got another Q400 on the approach. Kind of noisy, isn't it? It's good. Nice and noisy. Oh, we've got a triple departing there. Well, we've got a Q400 landing, so let's get that. There he is. Tell you guys, my favorite Q400 scheme is the Alaska Airlines, the Horizon Alaska Airlines, the blue with the smiling Eskimo face on the tail. That's my pick of the Dash 8 Q400 schemes. It's a hands down winner for me. Tight turn, turning on a dime. Another aircraft on approach, guys. So, no rest for the wicked. Yeah, no rest for the wicked because he's a bit out, though. He's a bit out. Sue Major, thank you very much for the $4.99 donation. Sue writes, thanks for streaming today. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're doing this basically just to keep my chops up to snuff. We're waiting for our new deck to be put into operation. We're replacing our old streaming deck, and we've got bits and pieces ordered, and it's a bit of a logistical challenge. So I just really wanted to keep the ball rolling. Recognizing we may have technical issues, so it's more important for me to be here with you guys instead of getting rusty. So, and it's summertime too, right? So, anyhow, let's just check this guy. About to grease it down. Check the flight radar to see what we've got on deck for us. Let's have a look here, guys. We've got another Q400 inbound from Victoria, Air Canada Jazz. And we have behind that we've got another so we've got two Q400s in approach, followed by an Air Canada A330. It's an Air Canada Jets flight 319. So a few bits and pieces for us. A few bits and pieces to keep it interesting. Paul Hirschmiller says the Korean A330 is coming in about 30 minutes. 35 minutes. Okay, right on. So, that's awesome. Okay, hang on. Showtime on the runway. There's the Q400. Noisy aircraft, aren't they? So yeah, we've got another Q400 on approach from Kelowna, followed by an Air Canada A319 from Calgary, which is operating a Air Canada Jets charter, so that's probably a sports charter. And then behind that, oh, no, that's an overflight. We've got an Anchorage, Dallas, Fort Worth, Singapore 747, so he's going above us. So we might be able to see his contrail. He's not actually coming into Vancouver. We've got a Delta Airlines Embraer due in at 1 o'clock, so in about 7 minutes. Yeah, so we've got several airplanes stacked up out there. So Paul Marriott says, hello everybody from a sunny Chesterfield, Derbyshire. My cap and tower badge have arrived. Good stuff. The Carrot says, is that flying out of Frankfurt? I presume you're asking about the Lufthansa. Yes. Lufthansa operates out of Frankfurt to Vancouver daily. Usually with the 747-400. Sometimes with the A340. We also get Lufthansa A350 service from Munich daily. Not nearly as exciting as the Lufthansa, as the Frankfurt stuff. Whenever I see these short Boeings, they always remind me of the 737-200. Looks like a 737-200 with new gen engines on it. But it doesn't remind me of a 737-300 for some reason. I think this is a 600. There's not too many 600s floating around. Scandinavian had them, I know that. They're kind of an oddity. But if you come to Canada, you can fly on WestJet. Okay, guys. We now have our Calgary, Vancouver, Air Canada Jets landing, the 319. There it is. Landing. No squeaky brakes, no wobbly ailerons. Rachel Dawes, thank you for the £79 donation. Rachel says, hi everyone, welcome back, Henry. Super views. Thank you, Rachel. Glad you are enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's a fabulous day. The temperature is just perfect. I'm comfortable. I'm not sweating. It's warm, but there's a little bit of a breeze. We've got sun. It's not blistering hot, so...
Air Canada 554 ground, taxi by Lima, across runway 13. Air Canada 55.
So our Delta Embraer is now lining up for approach inbound from Seattle. We're just gonna watch it. So if you want to find Embraer on a short haul, here's your chance. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. Got a bit of a technical problem with my camera. The remote control unit that I'm using has just stopped working, so I've lost my remote control. So yeah, it's just become a paperweight on me. So yeah, no more zoom guys, but we'll just manage with that. frustrating, actually, really frustrating. The thing is completely toast. I'll have to manually use the zoom on the camera, which means it's not going to be as dynamic as what we would like, but I guess it is what it is. We'll have to buy a new remote. It's an absolute paperweight. Yeah, that's remarkable. Oh well, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. It's not the Teradek actually. It's the remote. It's the remote that we use. I'll show you guys what it is. I don't know if you can see, but this is the remote control that I use to control the zoom, and just basically there's a a telephoto and a wide angle. And it just doesn't work. It's just completely gone. So it just stopped working on its own volition, right? It just packed it in. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to turn the camera off, but there should be no reason why I'd have to turn the camera off to get it on and to work. But it is just absolutely not working. 100% done. Toast. So, well, I guess at least we got some use out of it. Yeah, that's what with this technology stuff just lets us down quite a bit. So, whatever. There's nothing on approach right now, so I'm just fiddling with this remote to see if I can get that to work, but it just doesn't seem to want to jive for me. So, oh well. So I'm just fiddling with this remote to see if I can get that to work, but it just doesn't. My phone's kind of gone wonky on me. Batteries, no, it's not battery powered. It's actually powered by the camera. So, in theory, it should just, work on its own from battery power, but it doesn't. So, yeah. The signal's not going through to it for whatever reason. But that's my. Let's see what we've got happening here. See what's in the vicinity right now. There's nothing really on approach either. It's gone quiet on us. So, just kind of have a look around the field. So, I hear jet engines. Here comes a Air Canada A330 taxiing out. Is that Air Canada? I can't quite see. It might be Delta. I think that's Delta. Yeah, that's a Delta. This is Delta's flight 1557 heading to Minneapolis. Taxiing for departure. And we have on approach right now a Denver-Vancouver United Airlines A319. So let's bring the camera around. Number 2 for landing the river. I think you have the Uber to the north there. I'm landing your discussion is on. 106 for Guana River Great Race. Line 88, that's 106. zoom by hand, guys, and I have to get my hand off the tripod to pan if to zoom, so it's kind of, the quality's gone down the drain by losing this remote. So, at least it happened at the end of the show. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. So,
traffic about 3 back, 300 feet, and another one to the south. Do not wait till they're honored. 2 inbound. Perfect. And so this is really good passing to 12 o'clock by about a mile and a half at that beach, 900 and 700 feet to setting caution through.
wow. Okay, what else is happening, guys? It's 1:11 local time. So Paul says the Korean A330 is inbound from Seoul in about 15 minutes. And Michael Moore from Germany.
You're right there at about 3 o'clock and a mile and a half.
Let's see.
Following you and taking the south side.
Yeah, Chester Mike's just told us about this United that just arrived that we're looking at right now. A319. Still pretty quiet on the approach. What else have you guys got to say? Well, Chris, thank you very much for the £2. New remote. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this thing, I mean, really, this is new. This is a brand new, this is like not even 6 months old, right? Because it's a new, everything's new. And for it to fail, you know, right now, mid-show, yeah, it's pretty bad, right? So the lesson is, guys, there's a lesson to this. I'll just show you what the lesson is. The lesson is, this is an off-brand thing that I got from Amazon. Never buy off-brand because it's just you get poor quality, right? I mean, that thing didn't even last 6 months. You can see what that brand is, Fotga. So I need to get a one that's actually made by Sony and get that ordered right away because this thing is just scrap. Yeah. So what have we got happening? I'm scanning the field for. There's that A319. Oh, there's a beaver there in the distance. See that flying around? Yeah, Amazon, I mean, it's just like, you know, the off-brand stuff is rubbish. You know, you think you may save a little bit of money, but okay, this costs, I guess, half the price of the one by Sony. But now I've now wasted the money I spent on this one, and I got to buy the one from Sony. So it's just it's also the fact that the thing you know, died mid-show on us. That's pretty bad as well. So you expect something, you know, to last more than just 3 or 4 months, but oh well. So Rob says we have an A321 Air Transat inbound at 13:36, which is in about 20 minutes. So I'll watch for that. Thank you for that heads up. Yeah, Chester, Mike, and Chris, thank you very much for the £2 for the new remote each. I wonder how much the new remote is. It's probably $100. So, to get one made by Sony. Nothing on approach right now. Just chilling with you guys. And speaking of chilling, the people on that A319 are chilling as well. They're not at a gate. They're just sitting there. They're just sitting there waiting for their gate. So, chilling is the order of the day right now, guys. And and say la vie. Hey, Joan Tunnicliffe, £5 donation. Thank you so much for that £5 donation. Literally, when I get home, I've got to get this. I've got to get this remote ordered so we can get it ASAP. So we will have it for our next show because it is really important. See, what I do is when I've got the camera. Oh, look at that guy! Hey guys, you know what that is? That's the Beach 18. That's from Vancouver Island. That's a Beach 18 on floats, guys. That is mega rare. And it does fishing charters out of Vancouver. And a few years ago, I organized an enthusiast flight on one of those. And my friend here in Vancouver, King Hui, is organizing an enthusiast charter on this very aircraft, I believe for next month, but it's expensive. They're going to do a 1-hour pleasure flight out of Vancouver. And I think it's around $300 for the 1 hour. So, of course, it's all because of the high cost of fuel. So there it is. It's a Beach 18 on floats. Such a rare thing. I mean, to fly on one, I think there's only one place on planet Earth that you can do that, and that is right here in Vancouver. I mean, a Beach 18 flight is rare. A Beach 18 flight on floats, that's even rarer. So yeah, I'm so glad it's on the other side, of course, but I'm so glad we got to see it, because at least you guys know that it exists, right? Yeah, Beach 18 on floats. There she is. So obviously heading up the coast on a fishing charter. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have this Air Canada taxiing out for departure. And this guy, where's this guy headed to? Let's have a look if we can figure that out. Not yet, anyhow. Flight radar doesn't show that 777 taxiing. It's like maybe one of you guys can tell us what the scoop is on it, but I can't readily find it. So, isn't that neat? He is definitely taxiing, though. He's not being towed. But again, I'm on Flight Radar 24, and that aircraft is not showing up on Flight Radar 24. So, weird, eh? That's a Canadian-ism. Let's see. Maybe it'll show up, but he's got to turn on some navigational equipment to get the flight radar to pick it up. We'll see. No. Well, whatever, I guess. But it's taxiing for departure on the south side, runway 008 right departure. And those mountains you see in the background that's Vancouver Island. So you can see how close it is. Short ferry ride over. Oh, there we go. We've got a movement. That's that Delta on the roll. Oh, yeah, he rotates on the other side of the terminal building. I don't know. He might show himself momentarily, just in case I've got the camera. Oh, yep, there he is. We got it. Cool. Gear up. See, if I had my remote, I'd be able to zoom in there on him, get it nice and tight, but I'm panning instead, so oh well. At least, make the best we can, right? With what we've got. And we've got a little bit of a handicap. So, c'est la vie. Cliff, thank you very much for the £5. Sony all the way. Yeah, right on. It's got to be Sony. I mean, this off-brand stuff is just CRAP. really. And we have on the roll, have a look, flare. Southside departure. And let's see if we'll put the camera where I think he might present himself as he clears the roof of the airport terminal building. Somewhere around there. Let's just see if I'm right. Should be in any second here. Oh no, I kind of flubbed that. But there he is. Heading off into the wild blue yonder. Bit distant. Let's have a look and see what else is going on here, guys. So Lee Davies says 4 minutes out for the Korean A330. So thank you very much for that. Let's see if I can find him as well on. Yeah. Yeah, so Incheon into Vancouver, I've got him as well. A330. He's due in at 1:25. So 5 minutes from now he's calling. Korean Airlines flight 71. So that'll be a nice movement for us for sure. Awesome. Huh. Yeah, Putin fired Boris Johnson. Yeah, probably. And I guess who's next? We'll have to see. What else have we got, guys? So Rob says the Dreamliner that we saw taxiing was Air Canada flight 116 to Toronto. Okay, well that makes sense. So I don't. Thank you for telling us that. Thank you for the heads up on that, Rob. Rachel Dawes, she says, yes, Sony gets my vote. I've been using their TVs and audio equipment for years. It's time to start research on Sony camera tech. Still a fan of Pentax. Yes, Pentax, that was a company from the SLR film days. I haven't heard that. And like Contax, Pentax. There was a few of them that kind of didn't make the crossover into the digital world. But they were good companies, you know, good solid Japanese companies. Yep, no politics. Exactly, it's all about the aviation, guys. Let's see what we've got on the roll. Oh, something was on the roll there. So let's just see if we can catch it as it climbs out. Looked like a heavy. I think it's the Air Canada off to Toronto. So let's just see if we can. Oh yeah. Yep. There she is. Oh, next stop, Toronto. Gear up and locked. Nice. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Meanwhile, back on the ramp. How are things over at JAL? Well, they've got the cargo doors buttoned up. Maybe she'll push back for us. We shall have to see. 1 minute, according to the Korean Air. Well, and I've got the Korean on visual. It is out there, guys. So I definitely have it in visual. So we're going to move the camera around just so we are in position for our Korean Airlines arrival. Someone asked, will there be a broadcast tomorrow? Well, definitely there's the Manchester live show on Sunday. We're getting our camera in position for our Korean. second. Yeah, it's there. It's just very small, very faint. Yeah, there it is. Upper right-hand corner. Just so everybody knows, battery's about to collapse, 17%. But I think we might just be able to get this guy in under our belt. Battery is at 17%. We might end up with a battery collapse quite soon. So I think once we're done with this Korean, I'll do a countdown and we will change batteries. Just I'd rather do it under our control instead of the camera's control, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you, Chris. Just so you know, Chris, we're without a remote zoom, so the show is running with a handicap because of this technical glitch and the failure of our remote. So that's why the zoom is not up to standard, because there is no zoom. My available hand is either doing panning or doing zooming. It can't do both. So, as I say, once this Korean is kind of done, we're going to do a battery change. Follow this guy in and see what else we've got on deck. Oh yeah, the Air Transat, crikey. That's in now, and we've got the battery collapse coming. So guys, I'm just going to turn the camera off now, and we're going to do the battery change, so just bear with me please. I'm turning the camera off now because I want to try to get the Transat in. So stand by. patience. We are back. And we have our Transat coming up here on approach. So let's just get that into position here. Where is he? There we are. There's the Transat. Over the piano keys. Yeah, so that was nice to see. So what else have we got? It looks like just some Q400 in from Bella on a fishing charter. So not much else for heavy equipment right now. Yeah, thank you, Derek. I'm glad you like the airport. Let's just have a look here. I'm just wondering, it's gotten a bit quiet. We've got this cargo guy is on his way out, though. That usually is inbound from Guadalajara, Mexico. Bird. Something's over. Yeah, it's a Cessna flying over me, guys. Nothing too exciting. Well, guys, it's gotten quite quiet right now, so I'm just thinking might be a good time for us to... Oh, hang on, we've got something taxiing out here. I'll just show you. Oh, yeah. Departure. 777 departure, but it's gotten a little bit quiet. I think we're probably getting towards the end of our show, unless something unforeseen pops up. We've got this guy taxiing out, though. Transat. He just arrived, so Looks good though, doesn't it? I like the yellow engines, but that's a lease bird. That's not part of the Air Transat color scheme per se. Should be though. It actually goes well with the Air Transat colors. Just adds something a little extra to it, I think. They should consider changing their scheme to that. I hear sirens. Oh, fire truck. Fire truck, guys. What's going on? Is this a test? As I said, we would end the show with something unforeseen popped up, and I mentioned the word unforeseen, and this kind of fits that description. Don't know, guys. I don't see anything that would justify a fire truck, but let's follow him, see where he ends up. Could be a drill or a test, who knows, right? I don't see any accident vehicles, or unless maybe somebody injured themselves on the ramp. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Oh, we have an unusual arrival, guys. Sorry. It's a Saab 340 coming in on this side. Pacific Coastal. Bit unusual, because they usually come in on the south side, not the north side here, so this was a treat. A330, Air Canada A330 heading back east again. Gear up. Mega arc. Climbing like a homesick angel. Well, we've got a Max starting up engines right here. I mean, I guess it's pretty busy. It's been busy. I think we were lucky, all things considered. It's been a pretty decent show. Not too much in the way of international traffic, but beggars can't be choosers, can they? So we had a good variety of Canadian stuff today, and it was nice that we were able to piggyback on our Manchester show. So yeah, it's cool. Well, guys, I think this is as good a time as any to knock the show on its head and call it a day, call it a night. I'd like to thank you all for joining us at the YVR Airliners Live show. As you all know, Airliners Live Super Sunday show this weekend is coming up, so you'll want to attend that for sure. I'll be back as soon as I can. Hopefully next week I'll be able to squeeze in a show. It'll depend on our equipment and weather. Hopefully we're into some good weather here now for the summer, but if it's pouring down with rain, we'll postpone. But we'll keep you updated. The plan is to have a Vancouver show, even if we don't have the new equipment up and running. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'd like to thank everybody for their donations. And don't forget to smash that like button. It's appreciated. And thank you so much for joining us. I'm wishing everybody a pleasant evening, a pleasant day. Happy spotting, and we'll see everybody next time. Thank you again, guys. It was a good show. I hope you enjoyed it.